If your girlfriend or wife left you and you want to get her back but you don't know what to do, what if now she's having sex with another guy? Or what if the girl that I'm seeing right now, she finds somebody better and they're gonna have sex? These thoughts that trigger the emotions of jealousy and pain and this heaviness and darkness in your chest, these are the products of the belief, a wrong belief that has been force-fed to you. Nobody cares about what the rules are. Nobody cares about, I'm gonna be together with you in sickness and health until death do us apart. Nature wins. Your partner has the ability to go and have sex with somebody else. Your partner has the ability to go and sleep with somebody else. Now, it doesn't matter how much you don't like it, doesn't matter how much it is against your religion, it doesn't matter how much it is against your belief. If you've lost your confidence, or if you're with someone that you know you have lost power in this relationship and she's doing things that you don't want to do, but you're being there like a hostage, you're walking on eggshells, and every second you think that you're going to lose her and you're afraid of moving on, you're afraid of being alone without her, because I'm going to give you some really good tips so you can overcome your insecurities and know exactly how to communicate with her so you can get the power back. At one point of my life, I was suicidal over a breakup. I spent years in depression and sadness because I didn't know these things, and I was in relationships that they were so difficult and I didn't know what to do because I was afraid of moving on. I was afraid of being without her. It took me a while, but when I figured it out, life completely changed. Maybe you showed jealousy and you did things that you indirectly told her that, hey, you know what, I have this fear, I'm not confident. Or maybe you did things that were coming out of your insecurity. For example, maybe you drank, you told her things, maybe she didn't message you for an hour, maybe she was late to come home for 2 hours, then you showed her that you're concerned, then you showed her that you actually feel unsafe, and you think maybe there's another guy. And these things happen a lot. One of the guys I'm working with, he tells me that they have sex every day, their relationship is good, but sometimes, like once a week she's not responsive. And he doesn't know what to do, he freaks out. And then she said, for example, this weekend, I'm gonna come and stay with you for the weekend, we go watch a movie. But she didn't. She just canceled. She said that actually change of plan, me and my girlfriends are going out of town. I'll be back on Monday and come see you then. Everything is good between them. They have sex every day, the relationship is good. And he just freaked out. I want to tell you the most common cases. The other guy told me that, yeah, we're good, everything is good, it's Thanksgiving. And she was supposed to come over, but I feel like she's cold. I feel that she responds to my messages late. It was better before. The reason I tell it is because, dude, you might be in a very good situation with somebody who really loves you and wants to be with you, but because you have these unknown fear, because you have fears and you're not aware of them, you might be self-sabotaging. And I told this guy, I said, dude, it's the business of the year. It's Thanksgiving, her parents are in town. She really trusts you for spending this important day with you. She really trusts you that you spend all of this time with you. But these guys, absolutely there's no judgment because there's no education about this, and unfortunately it costs these guys their relationship and what I should do with these feelings when I miss her, when I think, fuck, what if there's somebody else, what if somebody better? Before I get into the solutions, I'm gonna give you a few more of these cases. For example, the guy tells me that, hey Ben, look, we broke up, she left, but right now, I just can't get over the fact that she's sleeping with somebody else. I can't stop thinking about her being with somebody else. These thoughts are killing me. We were together for 20 years, we were together for 10 years, we were together for 5 years. Now that things have changed, I don't even know what to do. And these thoughts every day like eat me from inside. So first thing I want to do, I want you to think about this way. These negative thoughts and negative emotions, they're a signal that you should not ignore. There's a signal from your subconscious to you. If you feel jealous, if you feel that she might leave you, if you feel that you're uncomfortable, if you can't fall asleep, if you have these negative emotions, first of all, you cannot ignore them. You have to deal with them yourself. And second, you cannot take these things to her because you're supposed to be the man in the relationship. If you show these emotions to her, if you do this bullshit thing that they say, oh, be vulnerable, just tell her how you feel. In reality, any woman wants to be with a strong guy. She doesn't want to babysit you. So you have to deal with this yourself. Don't take these emotions to her, and you really have to look at this the right way. For example, if you have wrong beliefs, like one of these guys that I told you about, he tells me I cannot stop thinking about her with somebody else. These thoughts triggers a lot of negative emotions. Fuck, what if now she's having sex with another guy? Or what if the girl that I'm seeing right now, she finds somebody better and they're gonna have sex? These thoughts that trigger the emotions of jealousy and pain and this heaviness and darkness in your chest, these are the products of the belief, a wrong belief that has been force-fed to you. For example, nobody cares about what the rules are. Nobody cares about, I'm gonna be together with you in sickness and health until death do us apart. Nature wins. We are not monogamous. Your partner has the ability to go and have sex with somebody else. Your partner has the ability to go and sleep with somebody else. Now, it doesn't matter how much you don't like it, doesn't matter how much it is against your religion, it doesn't matter how much it is against your belief. She has the ability to do this. And you can see the sign is that she might actually do it. People cheat, a lot of people cheat, and that's just a fact. If you want to stop the pain, you have to write a list of these beliefs that are hurting you. For example, I think I'm jealous. What if she goes with somebody else? Write these things that are hurting you down. Write a list of all of these. Where is she? I can't be without her. I can't picture myself being in a life without her. Can't move on without her. Write a list of these, then question your beliefs. Why does it hurt that you think about her with somebody else? Because you feel jealous, because you think she was supposed to be only with you, because you didn't believe a person that is there can only be with you. You only believe that, oh, she told me she's gonna be with me for the rest of her life. Oh wow, surprise. That's wrong. Look at Ashley Madison website. People break up, people move on, people cheat. The number of divorces within the first 2 years in America is more than 50%. What does it tell you? Go read the statistics. If you want to fix this emotion, go fix your beliefs first. First, you need to intellectually understand that my beliefs about relationships, about this, was not true. When you come to terms that you realize your beliefs are not true, when you intellectually understand it, then we can work on it emotionally. Don't underestimate the power of beliefs. When I say write down a list of things that are bothering you, because I wanted to be aware of this. For example, suicide bombers or kamikaze pilots or people who do crazy things, they do it because they believe. They believe there's the right thing to do. They believe, for example, by killing other people, they're doing more sacrifices, or they go to heaven, or they're doing something for their country. Whatever belief that you have, so I want you to be very, very careful with these beliefs that you have, because beliefs can turn to thoughts, and thoughts can turn to emotion, and your emotions in your everyday life. So if you believe your ex is only supposed to be with you for the rest of her life, then you're having some belief that is against nature, and as a result you get stuck in between, like between two cogs. You get stuck in there because you can't figure out why I feel this way, why do I have these thoughts, why is she doing something that she's not supposed to do, why isn't she texting me, why did she tell me about this other guy, why isn't she coming over, well, she told me she's going to come over, what can I do to change her mind? All of these thoughts are a product of your beliefs, and these thoughts turn to those emotions. So question your beliefs, dude. When you understand a lot of things that you were taught are wrong about relationships, then first you're gonna freak out, which is totally fine. You might think, oh fuck, dude, like, how can I change? Because I've been living like this for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. How can I change this? But that's step one. Step one of fixing this pain that you have is having awareness about it. So when you have those lists of thoughts, when you intellectually understand, when you go do your research about monogamy, you go do your research on affairs, you go do your research on whatever it is that is hurting you. Every 12 seconds there's a divorce in America. Why is there? They don't tell you this when you go to buy your wedding dress. But now it's time, dude. Now if you have this pain is a blessing, because this breakup, this divorce is a blessing, because now you can go next level and you can understand all of this and you can stop the pain. Because my goal here in these videos is to help you get your ex back, but more important than that is to help you live better. You gotta fight anxiety, you gotta fight drinking, you gotta fight alcohol. I'm already talking to probably 5-6 guys currently every day we talk. They drink and they fuck up amazing relationships. Challenge your belief about alcohol and drinking. Dude, you don't get many shots with alcohol. You know, you drink once you do something crazy. You would not believe how many cases I have of guys who they fucked up their family because of alcohol. It's something you need to have that one-on-one with yourself and sit down. And if you have any bad habits, if you're doing drugs, if you take pills, you gotta fix your belief about those. Otherwise, you keep doing things that are bad for you and you damage your relationship. Anyway, I want to move to the next part. There's a lot goes into there, but I think you get what I mean. The next thing is you have to find peace and happiness alone without her. I know it's another difficult thing for most people to understand, but you need to get to a place that you are completely happy. Dude, you cannot continue to be a hostage to this woman. You cannot continue to wait for her to send in that text message so you feel good about yourself and your relationship and you feel good about everything that is happening around you. You cannot have another person in charge of your emotions. You have to come to terms with yourself that right now you have given so much power, you have given the key of this cage to this woman, and you only feel good if you send her that text message. You have to change it. You will not be able to get her back. You will not be able to be in a good relationship until you get to a point you are completely happy and content on your own without this woman or any other woman. I'm not traveling. Most of the times I travel alone. I sometimes invite my friends to come. I say, hey, I'm gonna go to this place. There is a nice place we can stay. If you want, you can join. I know what most guys tell me, man, I can't do it alone. I'm gonna freak out. It's like 2 weeks in a resort like that on my own, or 2 weeks in a country like that, or 2 weeks like that without a girl. That is the problem, dude. If you think like that, if you don't have your independence, then you won't be able to be happy in a relationship. And that's where most guys make mistakes, and they start families, they start relationships without having their own independence of thoughts and independence of their emotions. So they find somebody else because they cannot sit on their own. And I wanted to question yourself, and I wanted to ask yourself, what is it about you hanging out with yourself that is not good enough? What is it about you that you need to sit there, that you want that girl to be next to you so you feel good? Why do you make yourself hostage to these emotions, dude? You gotta ask yourself, why do you want it to be next to you so you feel good? You know, you might say, Ben, I don't know, I don't understand. That's what I teach you in the program. That's what I work with in the program, that I show you how to be independent. So if you haven't signed up for my program, make sure you sign up for my program. By the way, I'm actually doing an ongoing mentorship, monthly mentorship. If you want to sign up for that, I will help you with all of this on a daily basis. Getting back to that, I want to tell you more about this, about you and being on your own, which is something that is so against what is promoted in the culture. So many promotions about getting into a relationship, getting a girlfriend, getting a husband, getting married, wedding is good, children is good, family is good, and there's absolutely no promotions on what is the most important thing, which is you and yourself, because that is the only thing you can count on. I had clients that their children die. I had a few clients, unfortunately, that bad things happen. And you know what happens? The dude also commits suicide because he cannot take it. Or, you know, all of my clients are about guys who are going through a divorce or breakup. So this means most of them are struggling big time with divorce. It means they're hostage. The emotions are in the hand of not a woman. The reason I really hammer on this is because I wanted to be aware of this. Like, fuck, that is it. I am in a cage and I didn't know. So you have to stop, dude. You have to stop. You have to get to a point that you tell yourself, how much longer do I want to be hostage to this woman, or any woman? How much longer do I want to be hostage to this? You know, I have a friend in Australia. She can't travel. You know why? Because she does cocaine. And she's a hostage. If she travels, she cannot touch the cocaine, and if she cannot do the cocaine, she can't survive without it. She doesn't do much. She does like a couple of times a week, which is still too much. But and the reason I use that example is because most relationships become like that. Most people are relationship and sex addicts, and they don't even know that they're addicts. So they continue to live in these codependent relationships, and when the woman leaves, they become totally fucked. They lose their job, they lose their identity, and they lose everything they have. They lose their freedom, they lose their sleep. And I tell you this because, look, take it from someone who has been there and change that. I had the opportunity to fuck up my life really badly over this, but I did fight back, and I wanted to fight back. I wanted to challenge yourself, because the devil is right next to you. I was telling this to Cody, one of my clients, a few days ago. He said, no, I don't do this much. I said, dude, even if you just need to be wrong once. You just need to drink once and go for that drive once, that you're fucked. It's right next to you, man. You cannot ignore this. You have to fix this. You have to fix that dependency that you have on this person. Otherwise, you'll be walking on eggshell. Otherwise, you need this person to be there next to you so you'll be happy. So there's no other way to find peace with yourself without this woman or any other woman next to you. When you do that, your life will fucking change so much, because then you can implement the techniques and strategy. You can weaponize them. If you are in a relationship that is kind of falling apart and she doesn't want to be with you, dude, you gotta weaponize. Dude, you gotta weaponize. You gotta learn cold approach. What is cold approach? Meeting women in cafe, meeting women in yoga class, because your ex or this woman that you're trying to get, she knows how to do that. She doesn't need to learn any skills to be approached by 10 guys every day. But you, it takes you 1 year to go through course after course until you can drag yourself to a woman and say half as high. You gotta change that. You want to be with this woman, you gotta weaponize. When I say weaponize, I mean you gotta understand cold approach. You can't keep saying, oh man, dating apps don't work. Oh man, I only want to be with her. Oh man, you know, it's just hard. Oh man, we have history together. Oh man, we have chemistry together. Oh man, I went on 5 days and no other woman is like her. These are the thoughts and the beliefs that are pushing your woman away from you. Oh man, I only had this with her. Sometimes I want you to think about it this way. Sometimes guys tell me that, hey, you know, man, she just doesn't want to be with me in the same country. She just doesn't want to be with me. I want to go to Norway. She doesn't want to be with me. She told me she's ready to see me in summer. I sent her this thing for Thanksgiving. She received it, but then she said, you know, I'm actually seeing someone else, but maybe after New Year's I'll have time to be with you. What happened? Dude, what happened to you? Why are you putting up with this behavior? Why do you want to be with somebody? Why do you accept to be with somebody who doesn't want to be with you? If you want to get her back, you know, you can't get these bullshit answers that, hey, you know, I'm just gonna get a $47 product, I'm gonna go no contact, and I'm gonna wait until 30 days and then I'm gonna see what happened, because she came back like that once. Do you want to fix yourself? Do you want to be in control of your life and your emotions, or do you want to continue to listen to bullshit? Man, you gotta fix this for once and for all. This breakup could be a blessing that helps you become the man you're supposed to be, or you ignore it and you will suffer forever. It's gonna be tough either way, but this way, when you find your independence, when you understand about your emotions, when you understand about your thoughts, this is a better way, dude. This is a much better way, because then you have your freedom, then you're out of that cage. You're not a hostage anymore. I know, guys, there was this guy in Brisbane, Australia. He married about 4 times in 2 years. He just couldn't function on his own. He just couldn't do anything on his own. And I was telling him, dude, it's so much easier for you to fix this. It's so much easier for you to fix this problem that you have with yourself than getting married every fucking month to somebody new. I'm challenging your insecurities, dude. I'm challenging that part of you that is frustrated, and that part of you that is not letting go. I'm challenging that part of you. I'm challenging you. I want to ask you, dude. You guys tell me all the time, Ben, I want to let go, but I can't. First, you come to terms with yourself that my beliefs are bullshit. My beliefs about relationships are bullshit. I understand monogamy is bullshit because of millions and millions, if not billions of people cheat. And well, if you look at history, billions of people cheat. And then billions of relationships break. If you look at history, go read the history of marriage, go read the history of family. It wasn't supposed to be like this. It wasn't supposed that there were tribes that had to connect, so they connect like that. Or there was a woman who needed security and they connect. Now, with Instagram and porn and connections and Facebook and chat and Tinder and all that stuff, there is no reason for any of that. But you're trying to live in this world with a model of the world that is 5,000-10,000 years old. That's why things fall apart. It's important you understand, dude, because I wanted to live happy. I wanted to feel good. I wanted to have your independence. Nobody's independent anymore. Like when I talk to people, they're so frightened of being single. They're so frightened of letting go. Like, what kind of psychological torture is it? I find this woman, but we're gonna be together, but we don't want to have sex really because we kind of lost the spot, but we're so afraid of breaking up. So because we don't want to face a breakup, we're going to stay together and have a kid, so maybe that kid will fix our relationship. What do you think happens? Or Ben, I'm so afraid of breaking up with this woman. I'm so afraid of her being with somebody else. So I'm just going to stay in this relationship. I'm going to stay miserable and I'm going to become her slave because I'm afraid of losing her. I don't want her to be with somebody else. So I choose to submit and become like this little bitch so she can go do whatever she wants. And she knows, but she will see this through your eyes in a second. She knows you better than yourself. Why do you think I tell you she doesn't believe you can ever change? Because she knows you better. If you're in the position that you don't want to let go because you're afraid of losing her, you're afraid of moving on, you're afraid of not being able to find someone like her ever again, if you have lost your identity in this relationship, then those are the reasons she doesn't want to be with you. Those are the reasons that she will leave. And that's exactly what you should be working on and fixing, because it's either that, it's either taking control of your emotions, it's either understanding your thoughts, taking control of your beliefs and your thoughts and things that are damaging you, or it's going to be a horrifying breakup. And it's always better to take control of yourself. I know these things sound scary and most people tell you, hey, no contact, oh, no contact. In reality, dude, you need to go internally, fix it internally. And when they say, oh, you know what, fuck the girl, just go and meet somebody else. It's not like that. You first, dude. The relationship you have with yourself is the most important relationship. And if you don't fix this relationship, no woman, including your ex, will be able to make you happy. So you gotta fix a relationship. Now, what do I mean? Sometimes I get a message, the guy saying, Ben, what the fuck do you mean working on yourself? Working on yourself means getting full awareness of your beliefs, thoughts, emotions. And after that, weaponizing, understanding the outer skills, which is core approach, relationship, read all of John Gray's books, texting, and stop cock-blocking yourself, dude. Stop telling yourself, oh man, I don't want to learn how to approach women because I'm not that kind of guy. Well, your girl is that kind of girl. She gets approached by guys. You don't wanna match that. You wanna have the lower ground, then don't learn cold approach. You need to have the ability to text. You need to have the ability to cold approach. You need to have the ability to understand relationships. You need to understand persuasion. You need to understand inner control. You need to understand what you need to tell her so she feels that she can trust you. There is no other way, dude. There is no other way. Let me tell you another case. Jay, he's going through it. He finished the program once. They got back together, and 1 year later, he has the same problem still. Everything's good. Now it's around Thanksgiving. They hang out. He said, we spent all day together, and she has 2 daughters. The next day, he went back home, but she hasn't texted. She was supposed to take, but she hasn't texted. And I say, dude, you spent Thanksgiving, you spent time with your daughters. It's only 2 hours late. Why are you so fucking weird and insecure about it? But look, I don't blame him. I don't blame him, because that's exactly the point of everything that I'm telling you here. If you're not aware of these thoughts and emotions, if you're not aware that you are becoming that guy that you're not supposed to become, then you become that guy, and this relationship will take over your life, take over your independence, take over your thoughts, minds, and all of that. If you want me to help you with this, if you want me to help you find your balls and take yourself back, so you can get that girl back, so you can have the parent-control relationship, first thing, see the link in the description. Watch that video, get my book, read my book. You know, it's either now or later it's going to be more painful. It's not going to be easy right now either, but I help you do it fast. And there is one more thing I want to say before I finish this video. If you watch this far, I know most guys who go through this and they have problems, when they get results, they kind of take it easy again. And I have a lot of guys who keep messaging me after they finish the program, say, Ben, I want to continue, but I can't afford your coaching, so what can I do? So what I decided to do, I decided to put together a monthly program, which I probably, by the way, stopped doing the X-Pac program, X-Pac Master class. I probably stopped doing that, so I'm gonna take care of only one group of guys. I'm gonna make it really cheap so it's affordable for everybody. So we do this like a subscription monthly. So if you're in a relationship, if you want to continue to feel good about yourself, if you want to find yourself, if you want to be confident, if you want to help you with texting, either for your relationship or texting new women, or if you want me to help you with cold approach, and if you want to join this inner circle fellowship, send me a message. My contacts are in the description. Send me a message, I save your spot. We probably start in a few days. I got a few things to finish, then I do that. This is exactly like going to the gym. If you go to the gym, you gotta start to build muscles, you gotta feel good, you gotta have high energy, then you gotta start eating well. But if you stop for a week, what do you think happens? You lose your shape, you lose your power, you lose energy, you start to eat garbage, and then you lose yourself. This is exactly the same, dude. What I'm doing here is going to the gym, but for your mind. This is like training for your thoughts, for your mind. Send me a message, link in the description. Tell me, Ben, I wanna ask more about the inner circle fellowship. I save you there. We get on 8 calls every month, and you get the mic, you ask me questions, I hold you accountable for things you want to do. If you have problems with the relationship, if you have problems with yourself, like drinking, smoking, we're gonna fix all of that. This is Ben, thanks for watching this long video. I hope I can help you further. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and I see you in the next video.